Oh my God. Okay. Um, I had such a good dream last night, and I couldn't record it this morning because I had to wake up and work. But I they're commenting on this post that I just posted. They're like, I guess all the psychic ones find each other first because they're psychic, like the psychic mutants, like Jean Grey and me and Grant Morrison, like the psychic ones. Um, anyway, so story checks out, even if we're not real. Yes. So EJG, it's in her initials. Anyway, um, and she has a connection with the Greys. I love the Greys. The Greys are always, I see the Greys very often, and I love the Greys. Talking about aliens or whatever, I see them so often, and they are so sweet to me. They have always been sweet to me before I entered oneness and everything. I always had a good time with the Greys. Like whenever they take me on astral journeys or whatever, I love the Greys. I never had like the bad experiences with the Greys. Maybe I have and I don't remember them. I don't know, but I never had like the bad experiences where they were frightening me or anything like that. I did see a reptilian recently too, and he was very sweet and he was hanging out with children and the children were loving him and he said we're going to stick to one body and it was very sweet. Anyway, I had this amazing dream last night. I don't remember a lot of it, and I don't remember like a lot of it, a ton of it, but I remember. I do think Ram Dass is special. I still think Ram Dass is special. I know, even though it's one entity. I try to like imagine when I'm like meeting a new person. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I want to talk about the dream. Okay. Um, Basically, my walk-in was there. I did see Ryan. He was like through a glass, and I saw him, and I think I was like trying to get his attention. Like, hey, I'm here. I don't remember exactly, but I saw him, and he was like changing into different people, and he changed into Michael Sarah, and I was like, oh God, Ryan, don't change into Michael Sarah. Like that ruins it all. Like the other people, I don't remember the other people he was changing into, but like I was like, yes, 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 and then he changed into Michael Sarah, and I'm like, no, God, no. Um, uh, he was there, and then I was like hanging out with somebody, and I think it was Ryan, and like we were kissing, and then he morphed into Tone, and I was like kissing Tone, and I was like, oh man, God damn it, get away from me. And then I got up and like walked away, and and I got to remember that she's magnetic. I don't know who said that, but um and then maybe Tone said that. Yeah, so then like I walked away from Tone, like we were at a party or something, and I don't know, there was like all this stuff going. Oh, there was this bike scene in it, and there was this random bike scene. This guy, and I asked him like a specific question. I don't remember what the question was, but I was like asking, I think all these people like the same question. Yeah, I felt like I was at the beach. Oh, I think I was in Manhattan Beach. I was in Manhattan Beach, and I saw the house that I wanted to buy when I lived there, and I started crying. I started crying in the dream because like I wanted that house so bad. They had this one house in Manhattan Beach that I'm so attached to and that I love and that I imagined myself living there with a nice handsome husband, and obviously that dream never came true. And I was crying about it in the dream. I was just like so sad about it, and I just really and I watched that. Kept it was like a video, and I kept like pressing rewind and like watching it again, and pressing rewind and watching it again. And then I was on my bike at the beach, and I guess it was Manhattan Beach, and I was biking around, and I met this guy and I was asked him a question or whatever, and he was with his girlfriend. Or no, she came in later, and I was like, the question that I asked him like saved their relationship, and I don't remember what the question was, but like she was like a Latina woman, and we were talking about it, and she like hugged me. She was so grateful for that, and then I left, and then it was weird. I was like trying to crawl out a window, like weird dream stuff. But then they opened the door for me, and I left like on my bike and everything. And but then so like then my walk-in came, and my walk-in, and I'm supposed to like be learning how to like really trust my walk-in, how to trust my walk-in. And because I can shift timelines, apparently I can shift to wherever I want to be in the physical. That's what they say. That's what they're saying. Okay. Like that sounds crazy, right? I mean, that sounds so crazy, but like obviously we can do it. We can do it. I know we can do it because my walk-in can do it. My walk-in walked in to my room, me and my walk-in. So me and a male, right? Like it's still oneness, but same energy body, but two specific energy bodies, whatever. I didn't know it was me at the time, but it was two, and I thought it was two angels, and it was two orange peachish energy bodies, and they walked into my room and they filled the entire. They took away my anxiety. They wanted me to say that, and they filled the room with like this beautiful unconditional love, and it was the first time in this lifetime that I had like felt that or experienced that, and it left a huge impression on my life. And every time I think about it, like I cry and whatever. Like I feel like I could cry about it right now, but it was just like this most beautiful experience ever. And so like obviously, because like they're like trying to teach me it, and it's like obviously I know how to do that because I did it when I was 7. Like I did it. Like I need to work out. I know. I did it like when I was 7. So I know how to do it. I know how to do it, right? Um, and um, can you guys not talk to me when I'm fucking trying to film? They don't really talk to me that often anymore, but like, of course, like when I'm trying to like recall this memory from my dream or whatever, they're like blabbing about stupid shit. It's like having a conversation, like just anyway. So my walk-in, I was like at a party, and my walk-in was there, and he kept like, I think he kept changing forms. Um, and like we were about to kiss, and he was like brown hair, brown eyes. Like it's kind of like brown hair, brown eyes, like is, it doesn't have to be, but whatever. He had brown hair, brown eyes. My familiar, I will call him. Okay, my familiar. Brandon Lee has brown eyes, brown hair. He was probably there, but he probably like his face probably like morphed in and out, but I just don't remember it very clearly. And it was like a normal looking. I don't know. He was a very cute guy, but he had brown hair and brown eyes. But when I say normal, that's what I meant. That's probably offensive to some people. Whatever. Anyway, so then we were trying to kiss or whatever, and I kept getting stuff in my mouth, and I kept getting stuff in my mouth, and like these little pieces of like paper or whatever, and I kept pulling them out and pulling them out, and I'm like, oh, like this isn't like a turn on for him, like what? And I looked at him, and I started pulling this like long plastic straw out of my mouth, and it just kept going and going and going. And I was like, I'm nervous. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. And he started laughing, and he's like, I know. And he was like laughing, and then he walked out. He like walked into the wall and like walked out. And does Adam have brown hair and brown eyes? No. Adam has these beautiful grayish eyes. They're like so beautiful. And he has brown hair, but they're like gray, and it's a very unique color. He has a very unique color eyes, and they're just gorgeous. Um, they're interdimensional, Gigi. They're trying to help us. Yeah. So I guess I gave Gigi a panic attack. Why don't you talk about that? Oh, that's what you mean. Anyway, so she probably shouted it out a mountain. She heard you say that's what you do. You just shout it at a mountain and then it will come through. That's so funny, dude. Oh, that's funny. Um, if future me is watching this back and you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It's just a funny little moment that happened at Jockey with the owner on stage, and she shouted something in the microphone. It was pretty funny. Why are you saying that? It's you in the future. Feel peace. I will always walk in. So, um, she calls the future mother. Yes, I do. I do call the future mother. So yeah, so anyway, it was a really cool dream because I was with my walk-in, and that's like makes me the happiest when I'm with my walk-in because I'm not tied to a specific fucking reality, Bashar. I don't know why I'm not tied to a specific fucking reality, Bashar. I don't know why they want me to yell at him for that, but maybe I was saying we were tied to reality before. Maybe. And you corrected me. Yeah. So it's interwoven. You can switch timelines, like complete timelines shifts, like not just like, oh, letters on a screen changed, like maybe that's what they're indicating when they start doing that in your personal life or whatever, or social media or whatever. Like, when you start seeing like all these Mandela effects in your personal life, like I think like the big ones, like the company shifts. Okay, thanks. To make you feel more comfortable because you don't want to tell us off. I don't. It's not important. Alm said I don't have to, so I listen to Alm. If you have a problem, take it up with the big guy. Take it up with my leader. So yeah. So I'm not tied to a timeline. I don't know why they want me to keep saying that. Well, yeah, they want me to, like rehearse it in my head and like think about it, think about switching timelines, think about switching timelines, think about switching timelines and whatever. But that's what I was saying, like maybe they are personal indicators that it's possible, right? Like all the weird stuff that's happened to me, all this the weird Mandela effects that shift and whatever, like the EJ 143 EJG shifting to 143 EJE, I was teaching in the comments and you should appreciate it. I mean, yeah. There is no death. Yeah. Timeline shifts can occur during normal business hours, Alex. Yeah. Oh, I felt him walk in me. I felt him walk in me. I felt him walk through me. Like a gust of air, like walk through me when I was at my desk at Jockey, and I felt it, and I was like looking around because I've never felt like a vent. I never felt like a vent at work. I'm really sensitive to vents for some reason, and they would always get me sick at Mattel and Hasbro. I would always be placed right under a fucking vent, and they would always get me sick, dude. So like I felt it, and I was like, um, I felt the timeline shift, and then my world changed. I don't know why they're like Mandela affecting me right now. I don't know why they're making me channel right now, but they keep coming in. So anyway, um, you wanted to tell off Aaron so bad that we could have nuclear war. Of course, we can have nuclear war. We can do anything we want. Um, oh, I had this other dream where we went to Vietnam, and it was me and Stephanie. We went to Vietnam for work, but it was like I saw all of these like crazy big monsters, I think, like Godzilla type things. And I don't know, it's really gigantic animals, giant animals and like giant things, and it was so cool and it was so pretty. And I just got the impression that like Vietnam War, because it was so brutal and like so many people died, I think on both sides, that like, they started tripping um to heal them, right? Like that's what happened to me too, but that's what happened to like a lot of the soldiers. And um they they were yeah, they were it was beautiful. It was beautiful to see, and it was like a beautiful healing. And I got that download from my father the next day too. Like it was sort of what happened on Ahsoka. Like Ahsoka was like, oh my god, so many people died and whatever. And Anakin was like, it's war, blah blah blah. And like I think that dream that night, and it was like, like they pull you out of your body when like really tragic stuff starts to happen, so that you feel soothed. They're telling me this, and that you release your apathy and depression, and you go physically into a different dimension. So it does shift time and space on a quantum level. Things can always change, Aaron. So you never are stuck. They're channeling. You never are stuck in one reality ever. I don't know why they want me to keep saying Bashar, who I love dearly. You're never stuck in one reality. You always get pulled up and out. Always. You'll never ever get stuck down below. Is what they're saying. And yeah, that's what I saw. Which means you're not a narcissist. And that's exactly what I saw, like when I went to Vietnam or whatever. I was like, oh, a lot of them started tripping or whatever. Yes, I know that. They're explaining it to Aaron, so go ahead and explain it. So if they release a nuclear bomb, um, it's a good thing if the aliens are in control of the nuclear bomb, Aaron. So they're not affecting alien life forms negatively, because we are all in control of our reality simultaneously at all times, at all points in space. They're pointing to the pyramid. And like, how often do you think about the pyramid? Every day, every freaking day. And um, so yeah, so she just explained how a nuclear bomb is good by explaining Vietnam. So that's your answer. It's even the Nazis are used for good, and that's absolutely the truth. Because it gets people out of their stuck realities, out of their muddy realities. You're like a kid in the wading pool. Okay. Aaron. Oh, God. What is going on right now? I feel like I'm channeling Brandon right now. It's pretty cute. At 143, he just said, you make sure you say it. It's at 143. I love you.